someone assumes a position, if I'm vying for the position of governor, I should have my thoughts. I should have what exactly I want to implement or what the structure of the state is like. I probably have seen something that I could change, but if I'm not allowed to change it, we just continue in the same line, with other people, and it just becomes a bit messy right there. But we also see Nyesom Wike to resign by Friday. This was the 15th of December, or face immediate dismissal by today, the 18th of December 2023. So far, over 10 of the commissioners have resigned their appointment. Now, we also see that Nyesom Wike made a comment, and he said, "Don't pull the ladder you used in climbing." He amid the political crisis rocking the state, the ex-governor Nyesom Wike, he warned politicians not to pull the ladder they used in getting to exalted positions. And we've also made references here. He would obviously be talking about Sim Fubara, and he says, "Don't pull the ladder that you use in climbing. When you are coming down, the ladder may not be there, and leave the ladder too, so that other people can also climb the ladder." He said this on Sunday. Now, he has been in this dispute for and then he made this comment out there. We don't know if there's going to be a response yet, but that's that about what is ongoing in Rivers State. I hope that this comes to an end pretty soon, because according to the reactions of a lot of Nigerians, this happens to be a case of godfatherism, and I put you there, you should walk, you should exercise my thoughts, you should implement my own ideas for the state. And sometimes it doesn't just work that way, and that is why we discourage that. A lot of people discourage that, and a lot of people are saying this River State might just be like a litmus paper to test our democracy, to test what exactly it is. The report says politics is pure theater, and politicians play to their audiences, serious, humorous actresses and actresses, but if it doesn't go well, that's when we see all of this chaos going on. Now, given the nature of our political national politics, it's also always wise to invest hope in positive, dramatic changes in the way we do things and how we do them, because of an inadvertent political miscalculation. And this is the result. That same miscalculation is the result of what we see going on right there in Rivers State. Now, let's move a bit from there. We see that NMA, that's the Nigerian Medical Association, has given the federal government till January 31st, 2024 to implement the upward review of the consolidated medical salary structure. Now, the president of the association, who is Dr. Uche Ojima, gave the ultimatum on Sunday during the closing ceremony of the association's National Executive Council meeting here in the city of Abuja. We did also announce it here when the government was proposing an increase in when the government was proposing an increase in the upward review of the consolidated medical salary structure, but till now it has not been implemented, as is the case with labor, the 35,000 naira minimum wage. Up until now, we haven't seen that being implemented, but these ones are threatening 31st of January to go on strike if that doesn't work out. Now, Zamfara State is in the news, but today not for something quite jolly, right? The community under Zamfara State's governor saying the Zamfara community is under siege as bandits strike again. This is the residents of Zurmi town in Zurmi local government area of Zamfara State. They have cried out for help against persistent attacks by bandits on the village and its environs. And like we said, a lot of these things are not being reported there. But we see they had to cry out, and they says the assailants had, within the last 1 week, invaded the town 4 times. They have killed 3 persons, they've abducted 16 others, and they've burnt a police outpost and 2 military operational vehicles in Zamfara State. Now, moving forward, we see that Jega wants ahead of the 2027 election. Jega wants ahead of the 2027 election. He says Nigeria is a failing state. Only restructuring can save it. Jega, who is the former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, he called for an urgent restructuring of Nigeria before the 2027 general elections to avert the country from falling into a failed state. Now, though Jega disagreed with the notion that Nigeria is already a failed state, he warned that this may become a reality if the nation does not provide for the security, welfare, and basic needs of its citizens, because basic needs these days are gradually becoming not basic anymore. Very soon, every little thing we have will just be considered luxury, because even the tiniest things, have added prices. I went to the market over the weekend, and what I saw in the market is just, I don't know, appalling. I probably will share voice notes of people's, recounting their experiences in the marketplace and what has skyrocketed. Imagine buying noodles, a carton of noodles that you would buy for 2,000 naira before, and sometimes 1,500, then it was 3,000, and then it's 5,000, and right now it's 8,000 naira. This is where we find ourselves right now. So he is of the notion that if the basic needs of the citizens and security welfare is not provided, then Nigeria will become a failed state, because we will see a lot of people resorting to whatever it is they can to ensure that they stay alive. Now, he was stating this while he was reaffirming his position on the state of the country's political economy during a lecture titled Safeguarding Nigerians' Future and Prioritizing Citizens' Welfare and Security Amidst Challenges, delivered at the maiden convocation of the Bauchi State University in Gadao. About that. Now, of course, just so that we can keep ourselves updated, it was reported that Akpabio, collapsed during his birthday and all of that, as reported by various media houses. And he has come out to say, I was just exhausted and I didn't collapse during the birthday event. I was just exhausted and I lost my grip, whatever he said, right? And we see EFCC chairman, yet again, he seeks legislation against unexplained wealth. Well, there's going to be a lot of work there. The EFCC chairman seeks legislation against unexplained wealth, and he called for legislation against that as a way of checking the criminal activities of treasury looters in the country. Now, he was speaking at a recent event in Ogun State, and he said the issue of unexplained wealth is not a local issue. There are jurisdictional legislations across the world to tackle it. Now, till date, countries of the world are faced with criminalities emanating from money laundering practices and illicit funds. These circumstances led to the promulgation of unexplained wealth orders, that's the UWOs, that are into force in 2018. And he says several countries such as the United Kingdom, Australia, Mauritius, and the host of others, and Nigeria is yet to come up with a national legislation. On it, and he's seeking legislation against unexplained wealth. Let's just keep the conversations coming through on 09073530044 contributions. Hello, good morning to you. Contributions. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mota.
Selassie, good morning.
How are you doing? I'm cool.
All right.
I'm cool.
All right.
Appreciating God for being alive.
Yes.
For God's faithfulness, even when we are unfaithful, but He remains faithful. That's why He's God.
Of course. Happy New Year.
I want to appreciate you for giving me this privilege. That call for restructure. See, I don't see that happening.
Why is
the
that?
The only person that would have done that, them, when they were campaigning during the time of Buhari, they were talking of restructure. So they formed a committee, and everybody was the chairman of that restructure. He brought the report to the FPC. Did they impact on the restructure? They didn't. Even the Buhari, the electoral law for his sultan, former Senate President then, Senator Bukola Saraki, tried, but Buhari refused to sign it because he knows if he sign it, he won't come back for the second time. Even that second time wasn't even clear that they won that election. So he refused. It was at the tail end when he was going, he now signed in the national electoral law. And this electoral law needs to be revisited again because the transmission of the result must be compulsory. We shouldn't want to hear that this person will say, INEC may decide either to transmit, either to do it manual. No, they must still go back to that electoral law. Then come to the issue of security. It don't matter. I've been talking about the insecurity. Some people call me names. Some people call me whiner. Some people call me all manner of names. Now you see what happened in Zamfara. 2 army vehicles were burnt, and the police force was burnt. And we are talking of our gallant security men. We don't even have their details now. Where they must have been now, whether it affects them or something like that. The same thing happened in Katina. The same thing happened in Sokoto. The same thing happened in Kaduna. As I'm speaking to you, people have been complaining about the insecurity in Abuja, the city capital. It was, I watched it 1998 or so. So that means we saw how the federal police, state police, and the local government police, and how they train that criminal, if they get that criminal arrested. So until they do all these things, until we get more security and all these things, then come to the issue of NMA, giving the federal government money. This government can play them. We are here. They promise civil servants, they palliative, 35,000 naira, and they pay them one. They were jubilating. They promised market women some vulnerable houses, 25,000. I don't know whether how many people have done that. Maybe some people will call and say, this is it. The federal government workers, that they promised them the palliative, and they paid them one, they were jubilating. They are doing to all that they were not civil servants. I think they played them. They couldn't even pay them again. So these are the things. When you come to all these things, this government can play. This government, they are more than Maradona. They can play them and they can do nothing because we don't have labor complex. Our labor complex, they can only buy, but they can't buy. That is the situation that we find ourselves. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the privilege. Agreed.
Thank you, Salasi, for that contribution right there.
I follow your back. I follow Baba to Baba. Salasi, a man of microphone, my daddy. I call you the Asher man.
Quickly, blessing. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I follow my daddy up. No cut me off. I go talk small. I go talk small because of Nigeria report. My name na Bibi Blessing. See, matter. I no go say I go talk small. I no go out of my parade. When my rights, when my money,
when they go quickly, we don't have time today. We don't have time.
So you don't have time. You dey talk about Idomi, 8,000. Now that one you see, it's too small now. You dey talk about Idomi. Go to the chicken now. Go to the rice for
that's market. Even true. Chicken is 10,000. Chicken is like 10,000.
See, because if they buy you as Idomi, Abi, that's why you go for Idomi first. Now what you want tell us this morning be that? Go to the chicken, whether you can buy chicken. Go to the waiting common man they eat. There where they get money they can buy it. Matter. We are crying what is happening for common man. People they are dying and nobody can listen for us. If I may ask you, this talk where we be talking since last year till now. Which one will you pick up our table when the government you don't listen for us when they don't take work? You go give us hope, give us patience, say they are listening. Matter. If they give they are listening, cool our paper down. We happy with you. That is why we are calling. We want to hear your voice. Now your voice we want hear. That is why you go see many of us. We are calling. If you say our government, they say people don't insult us. Say true. What we don't talk for this lady when the way government don't listen for the price of market. Government don't listen for us. Insecurity. Government don't listen for us. The answer say no. I only they ask. This time for when they chase people up and down. Why they not go face this Boko Haram for all issues for their bush where they dey? But common man wey sit down for one place. Where they find food to eat, now they go the day after. Why they cannot enter bush? That they call task force. Where they call them, make they join her together. Make they go deal with the people. Where they lavish people, army, that they kill army up and down. What are we saying? Matter. The kid is touching me where innocent blood they are be killing. But may our president do the mission. We are begging. Yes, we can see because we know they disturb you. Our Abuja parade, they give us. That is why you get mind now to disturb the other one where they instead. Yes, we can do the news for Abuja. Please, pity for women whether they find food to eat for Abuja. Now beg and they beg. Beg our task for us. Make they not disturb them. They don't have husband. They don't have their wife. They don't kill them. Please, yes, we can. Tell task force. Make they not disturb people whether they find food to eat. Now beg and they beg. Leave women whether they sell banana. Leave women whether they sell pure water. Leave women where they dey for outside. Son, money and night, they find where they go eat. That's what I'm begging now. Because people they are not happy with now. They are insulting now. Please, I'm begging. God bless you. God bless our Nigeria. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your contribution right there. Let's keep it coming through on 09073530044 is the general open banters. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Comrade Salis on the line.
Comrade Salisu, thank you for joining us. Let's hear you.
My taking this morning about the River Street. The minister, I want to look into this system. The governor there is a good governor. And he want to work. But the former governor has gone up, no one is there to work. Because what is happening in River State is what is happening in Lagos State. When it's not like that. The president now in the seat is supposed to sack the governor, the minister out from the cabinet, because what he's doing is not in democracy. It's wrong thing he's doing. That go against the governor, because the River State is not belong to you. You can go away from there. You have to your government. Now you are frustrating the system of the government in River State. And now you are in the seat of the government in Abuja here, and the president will need you to do your own work. I want interfere, I want to study you. Nobody will study you. What I'm seeing now, the president did the same thing in Lagos State, the town of Abode. And the Buhari called him in order to plead him to leave Abode. He said no. He said no, I said that he portrayed this guy out because the guy is developed in Lagos State, building a lot of mansion in Lagos State to make Lagos the best state. Now he portrayed this guy out and he put another person there. Now the same thing is happening in River State. That guy has no mouth to say anything. And he's leaving this guy to do what is right in the River State. I pray to God whether I want to urge the governor to stand his ground and fight the battle. And I pray him to succeed. But I want to tell Mata. I want to put my state, Kogi State.
Please, let's stick to the story. We have a lot of people calling in to contribute.
I know. You need to please. My state, people are dying every day. People are dying. I'm crying in my state, Kogi State. What is happening in Kogi State? They are saying they are killing the criminal in the state. And people, many youth have died almost 1,000 plus now. Even yesterday, one boy is died, the killing of the street. And what is going on? The law of Nigeria says when somebody is a criminal, you catch him with everything, take him to court. Is the court to judge the person or hanging or killing? But the judge is there killing them on the streets every day, looking to kill people on the street and dump them on the street. What is going on in my country, in my state? The governor is there. He let all the people stand by force and killing people every day.
All right.
I'm trying for the nation of Nigeria. Please, I say go back. The government of Nigeria will help us. My people can have no voice. They are killing Igala people everywhere in the street. Both Ida, both Anpa, everywhere. People are dying every day. Youth are dying.
All right.
Please,
Thank you so much, Comrade Salisu, for bringing this to our attention. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mata.
Welcome and thanks for joining us.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, Chief Cosmos from Suleja.
Chief Cosmos, thank you.
Yes, I want to talk about the insecurity people are hammering on. Please, I'm begging Nigeria, except they think otherwise. This insecurity did not start today. That's from the time of Jonathan to Buhari, 8 years in office. We have not solved it overnight. Please, they should play down on insecurity, except somebody maliciously want to move Nigeria into taking laws into their hands. Yeah, I think I'm not saying that the government should not do their bit. They must, ask them by force that they should do the armed forces, the police, and so on. They are trying their bit. We need their prayer. They need our support so that they should achieve this thing. I don't want people to be sentimental about this insecurity of something because it not start today. 8 years of Buhari in office, insecurity was there. 6 years of Jonathan, it was there. So it's a national issue. We should put hands together and know how to solve it. Not to push it to one government. This is 6 months old of the new administration. Please, Nigeria should be wary of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Mr. Cosmos. Let's keep it coming through on 09073530044. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Martha.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is Frederick.
Mr. Frederick, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, let's hear you.
I had a citizen like me complain about his state, right? Kogi State.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't blame the people in that state, but it's unfortunate that they've been without governance for the past 8 years. And they couldn't solve the problems within. due to the kind of system of government that we're operating presently in the country, would be fell short to think on how to fix it. I feel sorry for them because, if I'm not mistaken, it's so backward as a state in the federal government, which is proximity close to Abuja. I feel sorry for them. It's going to help them in that state. Matter concerning insecurity as well. Let me be sincere to you. You see, why insecurity thrived in the country was as a result of the connivance of state actors contributing to this whole thing. A lot of these people have benefited from the security funds released by the federal government of Nigeria. Everywhere. And it's open. I had somebody saying just of recent, the last caller saying it's been in existence for quite some time, not from a very part of the country or so. Where is the insecurity from? Before Jonathan came, where was the insecurity? It was only to Borno State. After that, it was in the northeast. After that, what happened? They got emboldened by their sympathizers in the north. Let's just say to ourselves, it's something simple. It was only when it shackles them on the neck, and they now say, okay, yeah, this whole thing is in the country. Which country? It was only restricted to certain places in the north. That was how it began. And it's simple. We should be sincere to ourselves. With all the reasons a lot of northerners give for the insecurity, economic, social, and all that, for God's sake. When you listen to such things, you understand how myopic people think and how unreasonable they are, not knowing what was going to befall them in the future. This has cost Nigerians a lot, and it's still costing us a lot as a result of their blindness towards such things. A lot of people benefited from it. If you could remember, even during Jonathan, part of the funds that Sambo the Suki took was what? He was the NSA to the president on what? Security what? Those billions were given to him. What happened? You understand what I mean? A lot has consumed. In fact, just of recent, look at these people that were caught in personnel, military personnel, all benefit from the whole thing. So it will keep on improving. The system changing will be better. Having new people that, in fact, can think of something different, bring something different and new to the system will change that. Because now, with this kind of politicians that we have, sorry, Martha, I'm telling you, nothing is going to change because as far as these people are concerned, all they do is to benefit from the system that is faulty because they created it. They will continue to benefit from it as far as Nigeria exists. They don't see anything wrong out of that because really they have no way of getting something out of it. Most of these guys are not productive. They're not creative. Is Nigeria producing today? It's a replica of what the kind of leaders we have. You understand? Nigeria is not producing just because the leaders are themselves are not. So how can they bring the foreknowledge of such thing into the system? It can't because they don't have it. You know what, Martha, let me be sincere to you. APC has reduced the standard of living of Nigerians too. In fact, I can compare us to some few countries in Africa, but it's unfortunate that we have Nigeria today.
Hello, Mr. Frederick. Oh no, we're so sorry that ended abruptly. Please do call us back. We want to hear from you.
You don't talk too much now. Allow him to go.
Good morning. Good morning.
You occupy everywhere.
Elder, this is Elder Onoja.
Yeah, I regard to you and to your family.
Thank you for joining us. Let's hear
Happy
you.
Christmas in advance.
Same to you. Same to you.
I expect my fowl. All my daughter don't begin to fowl.
This fowl, I said I should bring fowl for you. Oh. Fowl don't pass my power. It don't pass everybody.
No, it can't pass your power by God's power.
Amen.
By God's power, no any of my daughter will pass their power.
Amen.
God will reward you with
Thank you so much for joining us.
Insecurity in Nigeria, we have advised the government. As the other man talked, some people are benefiting from insecurity in Nigeria. And then you can't politicize insecurity. They have politicized insecurity in Nigeria. That's why insecurity seems to go. You see, in America, if there's anything concerning insecurity, they will drop politics and party aside. The timber and caliber in America, they will gather together and then they will approve the way government will go do it. But in Nigeria here, political party, they have politicized insecurity and then some people are gaining from it. And then the federal government, they are pumping it to wrong side. Wrong side. The budget of defense for this 8 years, check it. How much it be, and then what is on the ground, and what army is doing. Who is spirited parties have told the government? Nigeria Army, Nigeria police can start fighting insurgency. Insurgency war is a guerrilla war. Army, they're not trained to fight insurgency. The party of training of army is different. The party of training of police is different. Because we have best army in the world. The grand fighter. That's why they continue the fight insurgency. It's not the duty of them. It's not the duty of police. Fight insurgency, guerrilla war. The people to fight is guerrilla war, they are special force. Look, Niger has a special force, but that's why I don't hear kidnapping and killing in Niger. Try the same thing. Cameroon, the same thing, they have a special force. But as timber and caliber in Nigeria, they have politicized Nigeria and this in Nigeria spirit. That's why they refuse to form a special force. If they form a special force within 6 months, all this killing in Nigeria will stop. All this kidnapping in Nigeria will stop. The special force, they don't have barracks. Army will go attack them in the bush and come back to barracks. Air Force will go upon them, they will come back to barracks, come back to Air Force barracks. The insurgency, they are going to retaliate. In the other village, immediately army attack them. We need it. First to occupy bush. You know, goat and lion can never stay inside of Gordo. The forest, go to Iran and see. You can't commit offense and run to forest in Iran. Within 2 hours, they'll kick you out. American the same thing, Israel the same thing. Go to Iraq and see. All those deserts occupied by special force. And that's why you can't commit any crime and run to forest in the distance. All the places where they're supposed to occupy, the federal government is to form there. Because they know, say, if they form a special force, all this corruption, all this killing in the country will stop. And then those who gain it from a spirit boat, they will stop. That's why they refuse to fix it. Are we going to continue at this? And they ask Nigeria, are we going to continue at this with a politician, with corrupt government, and then they continue killing us at this? It remains for Nigeria to answer this question. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elder Onaja, for that contribution right there. He has been very emphatic about the need to set up special forces to fight all of these insecurities that we see across the country. And trust me, half of what happens in some of these villages are not even reported, because some of these villages do not have access to, the technology that we have to spread across this information. There are lots of people like that of Zamfara State. They say it happened a lot. It's been happening over time, but attention seems to be drawn away from that point. It's only people that shout that we get to have that attention and be dealt with eventually. We hope that this whole security thing becomes a thing of the past, because it has lingered on too long. We've had too many people make comments about the fact that something like this happening in the state, it should have been addressed, and if it had not been addressed, then probably there are people benefiting from the system. We have seen the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo, was that Obasanjo now? One of the ex-presidents make that particular comment, saying if insecurity lingers in a state for more than 24 hours, then there are people who are part of it. We've seen, some government officials, even in this government, make certain revelations that insecurity in this country and all of these things we see, illegal mining, they're sponsored by powers above, powerful people. This was the word, this particular word he used in that report. It is sponsored by powerful people. Again, what do we need to know, or what do we need to do to fish out these powerful people from where they are, so that the country can experience some level of peace? You cannot be hungry and still be fighting for your life at the same time. At least when you're field, you know where to go to and how to navigate your safety. But these people are hungry and they are still battling with insecurity. How worse can it get? I always say, do not give up on the country. All we need to do is keep our prayers together and help in whichever way that we can to ensure that we grow the country to a place where we hope it should be in the nearest future. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We'll not be able to take this course right about now. I'll see you in the next hour, and then we're talking about the outbreak of this particular virus. Please do not go anywhere. This is Martha of the Midday Extra Show, and I'm signing out of the General Open Bantis for Monday. See you in a bit.
Play those songs. The good tunes just don't stop.
The good tunes